So she starts to open up, starts crying her eyes out, pouring her heart out. And then he got super mad and he starts yelling and everything. He gets up and is about to storm out and walk out. Atomic Souls podcast. It's like, hey, for example, our pricing tiers, I feel like they're kind of off right now. And nobody's saying anything about it. And I'm like, can we just we just have too many. There's just too many options. And I just want to consolidate.
Good, better, best.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to do 3. That's all I want. And I said, hey, I think I'm going to pitch this. Let's just do 3 different options. Like, why do we have 8 different?
It's too confusing in marketing.
Because the customer's confused. We're confused.
It doesn't build trust.
You can't price anchor either.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, why are we doing this? Is there a reason? Because if not, also, do you trust me to do my job? And let's just consolidate this stuff. Lots of different. For example, we have a weekly meeting with all of our customers. If they want to come to it, we train them on a few things. It's like 2 hours every Thursday. Everyone in our company is at that meeting. Wow. And so in my mind, I'm like, bro, that's an expensive meeting.
Yeah.
That's a 2-hour meeting with 30 of us.
What is that billable hour rate?
Exactly. So there's a 2.5 hour block where nobody is making sales. And everybody blocks that off in their calendar. I'm in charge of sales. Why am I at this meeting with existing customers when I could be the one? I'll take that 2.5 hour block and I'll get you 3 sales in that 2.5 hour block while you guys are focusing on the current people.
Our sales guys,
what are we doing?
They have permission to leave staff meetings if they get a call.
It's like, why are we all here? Do we all have to be here?
It's not even
let's ask a
permission
question.
to. They have the responsibility to. I've told them, I will chew your ass if you don't leave that meeting for this. If you're in a meeting with me and the phone rings and I see that you missed it because you're talking to me, no. That's not acceptable.
Yeah. They're like, they have to go take a call, even if they're with current clients.
Who has to be at this meeting? Like if we have a meeting that we've been doing for 6 months or a year or 5 years, whatever, and we're all just there because this is what we do.
Yeah. Or
it's like, well, who actually has to be at this meeting? And if you have something else that you could be doing that would increase revenue or help our current clients or get new clients or whatever it might be, or
you have to define the KPI. Like with meetings, it's the same thing internally. Like, what is our KPI here? Are we creating strategic solutions for something? Do we all need to be here for that strategic solution, or is the KPI that we're culture building? Because
which is fine. That's okay if that's it.
If that's the KPI,
and everybody has to be there, then great. Then sure, I'll be there.
That's fine. There has to be some type of strategy behind it. It can't just be we're doing all hands on deck meeting because that's just what we do on Monday.
Exactly. And I think you need an all hands every week probably. Does it have to be 3 hours? Sometimes it's just fun and everybody whatever. But, I think for me, I have a tuna-can, which is a weird way of saying this, but our CEO of the marketing company, Ryan, I think he was told this by somebody else. And he said it's just like a little illustration that, you have to put tuna cans in certain spots when you're mowing the grasses. We got a grass thing here. Here we go. And that's the way that you can tell the sprinklers if it's getting a certain amount of water in the tuna cans.
Interesting.
So you can just basically gauge it off of how much water is in each of these cans all over the place. And if there's not enough in one, then you know that you need to move the water over there. And so each of us has our own like tuna can, and it's like, hey, is the water being filled up in your tuna can? So what is that? It's basically our goal or our KPI. Mine is to get 5 qualified sales calls a day, basically. Like we want 5 booked calls of qualified leads every day. And so if that's my tuna can, somebody else's tuna can is, their job is to get the response time of our chat and our support down to like 10 minutes or something like that. If it's 30 minutes right now, we got to keep it at 10 minutes. That's his tuna can. Somebody else is something else, But if mine is sales, and I'm going to do my tuna can, it's like, well, then I got to advocate for myself I'm going to shake it up a little bit so that I can accomplish my job.
Right.
You guys go do your job, And some of these people are like, oh, I want to do sales calls. I'm like, that's not your job, And like, you're probably really good at it, maybe even. But like, if you have something else that you've been told is your primary responsibility, I'm going to put you low on the priority for the sales calls. You might get a couple, but I'm not going to put you as a high priority on the round robin there.
Defining lanes is very, very important business once you get to a certain level. In the beginning, everybody's got to wear every hat, right?
Exactly. You have to.
eventually you get to the point to where floaters are your biggest hindrance because they're not good at anything. They're just okay at a lot of things.
Right. Yeah.
And everyone loves like, because sales can be casual and like buddy and relationship based. So a lot of people like envy that. And they're like, oh, you just go to like lunches all day? Oh, there's strategy to it.
Yeah, there's a lot to it for
I want to
sure.
get paid to go to lunches.
See,
It's not
I was always the opposite. I was really good at sales, but I hated doing it just because I'm not a people person. But for a while there, everybody would just refer to me as the closer at ASP because they would butter them all up, and then I would come and do the pitch.
We were all really good at like networking, getting them in the door.
Nobody could get past that.
Nobody could close them.
Yeah, nobody could get them to sign the line. And I would get in there and get them hyped up, motivated. I'm like, I'd close the deal, and then I'd be like, okay, I don't want to ever talk to this person again.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm terrible at, so we have account reps, and then now I'm doing sales, and I'm like, I have no desire to like, hey, you can work with, X number of churches to kind of onboard them.
Yeah.
Get them in the system. And then there's like a support team that if they need anything, they reach out to them. And I'm like, that's just not me at all.
Yeah.
Like I'm your hype guy. I'm going to get them in the door. I'm going to get them excited.
Same.
I'm going to hand them off to you guys. And then all their problems you can deal with. But I'm just going to get them to say yes.
Yeah.
Like that's my one, but that's my job now.
Yeah.
And so I'm like pumped about it because that's my main thing I get to do.
Right.
I will say the people that are the jack of all trades, I think we are kind of like that in a sense. I think all of us have. Sometimes I think
to be an entrepreneur, you have to be.
Yeah.
But you have to know where your highest ROI is at too.
Yes. Yeah. And I feel like those of us that are good at a lot of different things, we can see from a high level how every little piece is going. So I think maybe if you put us in a more technical position where we do have one job that we have to focus on or one thing that we have to focus on, we would get bored. We probably wouldn't do a good job. But if you put me above everybody else and like, hey, can you analyze how all these people are working together right now and and see, is this process good and all that stuff? Oh, like this department is not really working well with this department. Can we define this stuff and figure that out? That's where I feel like those jack of all trades people do a lot better. And that's why a lot of ADHD people are entrepreneurs and we lead companies and stuff.
We see systems. Part of ADHD is the system.
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Trying to piece it together.
ADHD people are good at therapy too, is because like it's a puzzle. You put it together.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's interesting. I had a guy one time that it's a crazy little like counseling session I had, I suppose. But him and his wife came in. They were struggling with, like, hey, we're getting a divorce. Like it's over. We're done. Yeah. And they had like a public blow up, like all over Facebook.
Yeah.
She was in a high position of authority. And everybody knows them kind of a deal.
Yeah.
And so when it blew up on Facebook and it was like, yeah, they're done, for sure. So they come in and they sit down at the church. They're mad at each other. They haven't even seen each other.
Oh no.
This is the first time I'm the one that's like, you be here this time, you be here at this time, and they just show up and they're sitting across from me. And so anyway, they're mad at each other and just kind of messing around and being jerks to one another and everything. And I'm sitting there like, how am I gonna fix this here? And I just noticed like I don't feel like he's really listening to her. Like she'll start to open up.
Yeah.
And then right when she starts to open up, he gets defensive and mad and comes at her and then she shuts down again.
Yep.
And it's like she doesn't feel safe to talk to him at all. And so anyway, she really finally started to open up. I was like, listen, I just want you to be quiet for a second. Just listen.
Shut up.
Yeah. So she starts to open up, starts crying her eyes out, pouring her heart out. And then he got super mad and he starts yelling and everything. He gets up and is about to storm out and walk out. He's just pissed off at her.
Yeah.
And I stood up and I said, hey, you get over here and you sit the hell down and you listen to your wife. She is pouring her heart out to you right now. I said, you better sit down and shut up and listen to this woman right now.
Yes.
This guy, he's military too. He's like, he could mess me up probably. Okay. He's a scary guy. He's a good dude, but like, he's seen some stuff kind of a guy. Right. And so like he sits down and he sat down and he quieted down. She poured her heart out. And dude, he listened and he received it so well. And it's like, that's exactly what they needed in that moment. Yeah. It's like, he needed the tough love of like a drill sergeant. That's what he could relate to.
Yeah.
So I just, you got to be all things to all people. That's, sometimes you just got to be that person.
I was just.
Oh, it was so much fun. And they're renewing their vows now.
Nice.
Like this years later, they've been together for years. They're going to do, it's so cool. They're doing so well. It makes me so happy.